right, algebra, we're in our last chapter, chapter 12. Okay, we have a couple of things that we need to talk about. So, first day is going to be 12.1 midpoint distance formula notes and worksheet. That's today. Then we're going to have a project, and then we're going to have our central tendency notes and worksheet, and we're going to have no school on Friday. So, relatively chill week. So we'll talk when we're in school. So, distance formula. Distance formula is something that we're going to learn. It is something that you're going to use quite a bit next semester. And so this is my distance formula. D stands for distance. X2 minus X1 stands for the X value of a coordinate on a graph. I'm going to square that, plus, then I'm going to do my Y2 minus Y1, the Y value on the graph, both of them. I'm going to subtract them, I'm going to square them, then I'm going to add those two things together, and then I'm going to square root it, okay? So what does a distance formula problem look like? Well, you're given, find the distance between 1 and -2. So I need to label this, of course. I've got my X1, and I've got my Y1, and I've got my X2, and I've got my Y2. Okay? So remember, my distance formula was D equals the square root of X2 minus X1 squared plus Y2 minus Y1 squared. Okay? So I have to plug my numbers in. What's my X2? Well, it is -3. So -3 minus 1. I'm going to square that. Okay? To that, I'm going to add my Y values. What are my Y values? Well, Y2 is 1 minus -2. Make sure you put that negative sign in there. And I'm going to square that. Okay? Now, I need to take the square root of that when I'm all done. Okay. So now let's simplify. What do I have to do first? Well, I've got to find -3 minus 1. Well, that would be -4. Whoops, wrong color. -4 squared. Okay? To that, I'm going to add 3 because I'm going to have to do a plus here. Again, wrong color. 3 squared. Everybody, what is -4 squared? If you tell me a negative number, please don't. We know that any negative number squared is a positive number. It's 16. I've got my plus sign. What's 3 squared? 9. We can look on our perfect square chart. We just have to look at it backwards. Okay? What's 16 plus 9? 16 plus 9. Well, it's D equals 25. And what's the square root of 25 equal to? 5. So 5 units is how long this is. So what's that look like on the graph? Well, I would have graphed, let's see, 1, -2. So over 1, down 2. And then I have over 3 up 1. 1, 2, 3, up 1. So if I draw that line between those 2 points, and I straightened it out, this would be 5 units long. So it'd be 5 boxes, equal to 5 boxes. Okay? That's it. That's what you have to do. Plug and chug, just like before. We're going to do the Forrest Gump problem. We're going to look at a Forrest Gump problem. We're going to do that in class. We're going to learn the midpoint formula right now, and then we're going to do that. So the midpoint gives us where the middle is of 2 points. Okay, so here's our midpoint formula. Would you please write that down? And then we're going to use it for the last example. And we'll come back and do the Forrest Gump problem all together and go from there. So we've got our midpoint formula. I'm adding my x values together and I'm dividing it by 2. I'm adding my y values together and I'm dividing it by 2. And my answer is going to be an ordered pair, x comma y. Okay? All right, skip past this. And we're going to look at some baseball. Why not? Baseball rocks, right? Okay, so looking at some baseball. If I'm looking out the field from home plate, Arcia, he used to be on the Brewers, was 82 feet out. So here's the ball diamond. Okay, here I am on home plate. Okay, and Arcia is 82 feet out and 16 feet to the left. Kane, so here if I make a straight line, so Arcia is standing right here. He's 82 feet out and 16 to the left. Kane is 371 feet out and 2 feet to the left. Okay? All right. So we'll say that those are negative because if I was on a number line, I would be moving in a negative direction. So what are my points? Well, Arcia's point would be negative 16, 82. That is a weird looking 2. Kane's point would be negative 2, comma, 371. Okay. I want to know where's the middle of between them. So in here, where's the middle point in between them? Well, I've got to use my formula. So my formula was x1 plus x2 divided by 2 and y1 plus y2 divided by 2. That's my formula. Okay, so what are my x values? Well, they are negative 16 plus negative 2. I'm going to divide that by 2. That's going to give me my x value. My y value is going to be 82 plus 371. I'm adding them together. So it doesn't matter which order you take them in. It's okay if you take them in opposite orders. Negative 16 plus negative 2 is going to be negative 18 divided by 2 is going to give me 9. Negative 9. Okay? 82 plus 371, I was in the wrong color. I'll switch colors here too. Is going to give me 453. I'm going to divide that by 2. That's going to give me 226.5. Those, my friend, that's my friend, where they would be. So they would be 226 and over 9. So 226 over 9, negative 9, and then this would be 226. Okay? So that's what we would find. 226.5 to be exact. Okay. All right, we're going to do the 4 stump problem when we come to class. God bless.